Bitcoin is dancing with key levels that will determine whether the next move for Bitcoin is another leg up or if we're falling back down to potentially 50K levels. In this video, we'll cover relevant news stories, important Bitcoin price levels, memes, and more. By the way, I am recording this live, so make sure to sub and turn notifications on so you can tune in and we can cover your alts. Good morning, everyone. You're watching the Blockchain Breakfast live every Monday and Thursday at 7:30 a.m. Central. Today, we're looking at news, charts, and hanging out. If it's your first time here, welcome. I am Crypto Nerd. Super happy to see you. I do want to be clear. I have to say this every time, guys. Nothing I ever say is financial advice. I'm just giving you personal opinions about what I believe the charts are signaling. Good morning, everyone. Guys, check this out. I'm sure you can see. Look at this. This isn't typically what I'm wearing. I have today, we've got a new microphone situation going on. Check this out. This new mic. Look at this orange pop filter. This arm. I'm wearing a headset. Things are crazy today. Look at this. I also have my coffee today, so we know it's going to be a good stream. How are we doing this morning? Guys, if you're just stopping by, say hello. If you're just tuning in, good to see you, everyone. All right, let's not delay because, again, y'all, I got to go at 8 o'clock, right after 8 o'clock. So I'm kind of in a rush today again. So we've got a strict deadline we got to meet. Let's just get into it. So first of all, let's get in with our meme of the day. Let's start with that, y'all. Boomers celebrating. Yeah, let me move this back because I've watched a little bit of it. Boomers celebrating after selling their homes for $2 million after buying them in 1969 for 7 potatoes. Again, that's the boomers celebrating after selling their homes for $2 million after buying them in 1969 for 7 potatoes. Guys, this is making fun of housing prices. Why is this the meme of the Mr. Crypto Nerd? Why is this the meme of the day? Well, guys, this is just showing that the money is going bad, right? We got crazy inflation, so that's what this is making fun of. Let's take a look at the market today, y'all. Today is looking sussy, right? But again, we mentioned this. We said this was going to happen. If we take a look at the weekly chart, we can see that, yeah, it is still kind of ugly, everyone. Guys, good morning. How are you? Show us, too. Oh, am I not showing you guys? Oh, my goodness. You guys are just looking at me. Oh, my goodness. Yo, you guys have just been looking at me. Okay, well, I just closed out of it, so, oh, well. Anyway, we were talking about the market. Guys, look at these crypto bubbles. Look at this. Yeah, this is the daily chart looking kind of sus this morning. And the weekly one, a little bit better, but still kind of sus. But again, guys, we predicted this, right? We said this was going to happen because this Bitcoin pump was really strong. Let's head over to this, right? This Bitcoin pump was really, really strong, and it was unlikely that we would just go straight to higher highs like we talked about. So I expected some kind of retracement that we're going to dip down a little bit. And that is exactly what we're seeing. So we're also seeing, guys, Ethereum is down bad today. Where is Ethereum? Ethereum's down 8%. Ethereum's down 8%. It's not common. You have Ethereum down 8% and alts only down like 10%. Like typically if Ethereum drops like 8%, alts are down, or that's the weekly. Yeah, over 8% today, guys. Check this out. Ethereum down 8.5%. Alts are down, check this out, 8%, right? 7%, maybe some 10%. It's not, it's totally not typical. Typically, Ethereum drops 3%, alts drop 10%. That's kind of what we're more used to. So we're kind of seeing this decoupling. And what is this a result of? This is a result of the volatility from the ETFs, right? The ETFs just got approved. They're doing crazy trading volume that we've seen. So now we're seeing a lot of volatility with Ethereum. And it's kind of decoupled from alts a little bit, which is interesting. Definitely interesting. So crazy day, guys. Of course, so let's quickly mention what we talked about last time. So we said that we want to be confident that we're getting out of this uptrend, right? We want to be confident, guys. We're going to get to the news in just a second. We're going to look at these crypto bubbles. We're going to look at this a little bit, and then we're going to talk about these awesome news stories before digging deep into charting again, everyone. So, but just quickly, we wanted to be confident that we're out of this downtrend, right? We can see that the market's kind of trending down a little bit. Guys, I know there's all these colors. Don't worry about it. All you have to do is ignore everything, just look at the candles and just listen to what I'm saying. We know that there's been lower highs, lower lows. And everyone started getting super excited about this pump here. Everyone was super, super hype about this. And everyone was saying, guys, the uptrend is resuming. We're going to 86K. We're going to 100K next month. But I was saying, and the guys that were here last week, good morning, everyone just tuning in. I was saying that we're not certain of that yet. We need to see either a higher high or a higher low. And it was unlikely that we were going to see a higher high just because it would have to rally really, really hard. So I mentioned that most likely what we're going to have to see is we're going to have to see a strong rally up like this. Then we're going to have to see some sort of retracement down, but we need to bounce. We were hoping to bounce from 65K. That would be, ideal. And that's what we were hoping for. But we have already dipped quite below that. And this is caused by multiple things. Probably the most significant is that the stock market did really, really badly yesterday. And right now, crypto, Bitcoin, and the stock market are a little bit linked. And so this has kind of sent Bitcoin down a little bit. However, this is going to happen either way. So what do we need to see now? Guys, we need to see Bitcoin bounce. We need to see a higher low. So we don't want to see Bitcoin fall to 52K. If it does, that'll probably be the bottom anyway. But something healthier looking would be a bounce from, let's say, 62K or 60K. And then that would be a higher low. And then we could say, okay, we're clearly making higher highs, or higher lows. So we're probably going to be making higher highs soon. So we want to see a short retracement and then dip around 60K, 62K, maybe 58K. And then we'll be confident that, okay, this is a really healthy sign and that we are going much higher. Guys, let's pause right there for charting. We'll do more charting at the end. Guys, save your questions, save your altcoins. We will look at them at the end, I promise you. Very important we get to that. But we have to talk about news for a little bit, guys. We have to talk about news for a little bit. So let's take a look at this election forecast. So again, this is going to determine kind of the future outlook and regulatory outlook for crypto for the next few years. We have a pro-crypto president or Republican candidate Trump has openly said that he supports crypto and he wants to pass pro-crypto regulation. Kamala Harris has been quite silent. She's the Democratic candidate, most likely. And so if you're pro-crypto and you want pro-crypto regulation, you want Trump to win. And according to Polymarket, there's a 62% chance he wins and a 33% chance Kamala wins. So something to keep in mind. However, we have had some relevant news about Kamala Harris and crypto that I want to jump into right now because this is quite significant, actually. Guys, check this out. Kamala Harris urged by lobbying group to support crypto and change perception. The Digital Chamber on Monday encouraged likely Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris to support the U.S. crypto industry and select a pro-crypto running mate. Right, this is interesting because the Democratic Party in the United States has typically been anti-crypto, and the Republican Party has taken the pro-crypto side. And if we're getting this change in perception, if we're getting both parties, both Republican and Democratic parties supporting crypto, this could be really, really great for crypto, everyone. This could be really, really great for crypto either way for the next few years. Good morning, everyone. Guys, say hello. Oh my goodness, give me a hello. The a digital asset trade association, is urging presumptive Democratic nominee Kamala Harris to embrace the U.S. cryptocurrency industry as part of her would-be presidential campaign following President Joe Biden's decision not to seek re-election. Guys, check this out. There is a public perception that the party holds a negative viewpoint of digital assets, largely due to the Biden-Harris administration's notably cautious and at times hostile approach to these transformative technologies. Your unexpected candidacy for president represents an opportunity to change that perception. This is the letter that they sent to Kamala Harris. Since then, Harris has clinched the support of several key Democratic allies, including, okay, this is political stuff. So this is more political stuff. So that was all the important crypto stuff, guys. So if she had this change in perception, this would be huge. But there's more. Mark Cuban, guys, that he is the Shark Tank guy. He's super pro crypto. He loves crypto. Mark Cuban says Kamala Harris's camp reached out with multiple questions about crypto. Check this out. Less than 2 days into the VP's presidential campaign, advisors to Kamala Harris are apparently weighing how to approach crypto. Do you understand the significance of this? Imagine if both candidates running are pro crypto or open to crypto. Could you imagine how great this would be, everyone? This would be huge, because then we're getting pro crypto regulation clarity either way. And this will, the main hurdle that we have to overcome is this regulatory barriers. There has not been massive adoption of crypto in the United States yet. Guys, talk to me. Come on. Talk to me. There has not been massive crypto adoption in the United States. It just hasn't happened. And why hasn't it happened? Well, there have been regulatory barriers. Yo, what's up, everyone? Guys, wow. Yo, we haven't talked heart to heart like this in days. Guys, give me a subscribe, by the way. Come on. Give me a laughing Luffy on the top right over here. So the main barrier is the people cannot get easy access to crypto, right? So your typical person is not going to get into crypto unless the government is like, hey guys, like we love this and we're supporting it and here's all this regulatory clarity. Of course, the people that go and seek it out, the people that really care about it, they will. But there's so many people that think it's a total scam. There's so many people that are like, this is, they still think Bitcoin is a scam in 2024. So many people still think that. Guys, good morning, everyone. So many people still think Bitcoin is a scam in 2024. And the question is, how do we get these average guys, how do we get typical people that don't normally care about Bitcoin and crypto, how do we get them into crypto? How do we get this mass adoption? And the regular person needs regulatory clarity. A regular person needs giant institutions and media saying, hey, this is great, to change the public perception. That's what is needed. And that can only be done basically right now if the government supports it. So this is huge, guys. This is huge. Okay, let's go back. And this time I'll let you guys in too. In a potentially encouraging signal for crypto advocates, advisors close to Kamala Harris have already begun reaching out to billionaire and noted Bitcoin enthusiast Mark Cuban about crypto policy, he told Decrypt. This is what he said. I'm getting multiple questions from her camp about crypto, he said Tuesday, so I take that as a good sign. Cuban added that he did not know of any other industry leaders who have had yet received such inquiries. In an earlier conversation with Politico this morning, the entrepreneur shared that business leaders are warming to the prospect, guys, listen, that Harris might be a stronger advocate for emerging tech sectors than her predecessor if elected. The feedback I'm getting, this is what he said, Mark Cuban, this is what Mark Cuban said, guys, if you're just tuning in now, the feedback I'm getting, but certainly not confirmed by the VP, is that she will be far more open to business, artificial intelligence, crypto, and government as a service, Cuban said. Wow, guys. So it makes you wonder how much of Trump's and JD Vance's strong pro-crypto rhetoric is kind of permeating, kind of penetrating other arms of the government, right? Because JD Vance just said, and if you look at today's short, it's a clip of JD Vance saying, we don't really know a lot about crypto and Web3, and we kind of have to explore it. That's what JD Vance is saying. And Trump has been kind of repeating that rhetoric as well. And so it's totally possible that all of these Congress people that don't know much about crypto, they're saying, okay, everyone's talking about this lately. Like, I should learn more about this. I should explore this. This is potentially really good. And get this, guys. There were some rumors that Kamala Harris was going to be speaking at the Bitcoin conference, which is starting today, everyone. Which is starting today. Happy Bitcoin Conference Day. Anyway, there were rumors that she will be speaking at it, and that is just not the case, everyone. Not true. Democratic presidential favorite Kamala Harris has declined to appear at the Bitcoin conference. She's not going to be speaking there. There's not much more we have to talk about this. I just wanted to let you guys know that. Just because we're a little low on time, we don't want to cover everything, right? More news about, or I guess more fake news, more stuff like that. Trump denies considering Bitcoin skeptic Jamie Dimon or BlackRock's Larry Fink for Treasury, right? There were all these rumors that, Jamie Dimon is going to be the head of the Federal Reserve or head of the Treasury because Trump is going to put him there, and he's super anti-crypto, and this is terrible for crypto, and Trump has just totally denied this. This is not going to happen. So yeah, this is great news for crypto. Jamie Dimon is not going to be head of the Treasury, so definitely very good news for crypto, everyone. Guys, got to have a sip of coffee. Good morning, everyone. Guys, are you having breakfast right now? You better be having breakfast right now. All you guys better be having. What are you having for breakfast? Do we care about this? Do we care about the SEC's war against Ethereum and consensus isn't over? Gary Gensler will be forced out as SEC chairman if Trump is elected, but he could remain as commissioner to continue his anti-crypto crusade. Okay, so let's cover it really quick, guys, because this is true. The SEC's war against Ethereum and consensus is not fully over. Good morning, everyone. There is a broad misunderstanding in the crypto community about the status of the Securities and Exchange Commission's campaign. Basically, if, there's this rumor that if Trump gets elected, he's just going to kick Gary Gensler out, and that's not true. Because I just want to find the exact thing where it says it and just keep going. Okay, it's not saying it here. Basically, Gary Gensler he'll be like, he'll be commissioner, so he's not going to be the head of the SEC, but he's still going to be part of it. And from his commissioner chair, he can still attack crypto stuff. But this is whatever. It's whatever. Quiche. Oh, that sounds so good. You're having a quiche for breakfast? Dude, I want a quiche. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Give me a subscribe so I get a laughing Luffy at the top, probably straight up at this point. Guys, and we're going to do some charting at the end, and we're going to take a look at some altcoins at the end, so stick around. We're almost there. Another major thing that has happened, guys, the spot Ethereum ETFs have launched, as you all know. And you're all aware of the crazy volatility. You guys have looked at the charts today. You guys have looked at the market today. Spot Ethereum ETFs debut with over $1 billion in trading volume. Now, this is volume, not inflows. That means buying and selling combined. That's volume, right? So, United States listing spot ETFs. Ethereum ETFs generate about $1.08 billion in cumulative trading volume on their first day of trading. roughly 23% of what spot Bitcoin ETF saw on their opening day. And guys, Ethereum is way less known than Bitcoin. So this is nuts. We're not going to go more into that. You guys get the point. Let's take a look at a couple fun ones. We're going to skip this one, even though this is fun. This is a pro Tom Coin article, but we're crunched for time. Take a look at this one. Ferrari to launch crypto payments in Europe after U.S. success. Ferrari debuted cryptocurrency payments for its cars in the United States in 2023, partnering with major local payments provider BitPay. So you can pay with crypto and you can buy a Ferrari with crypto, which is just pretty cool. Pretty cool. And now they're launching it in Europe. Everyone else is going to see this. Toyota's going to see this. Tesla's going to see this. Other companies are going to see this, and they're going to say, whoa, this is working out for Ferrari. Hey, how about we do this in, my company? So this, guys, is very bullish, especially that it's working out and they're expanding. Good sign. And guys, get ready for this. I know someone in the audience right now. One of you guys is going to be really happy about this next one. Check this out. Could Fortnite use blockchain? Perhaps someday, says Epic's CEO. Fortnite may utilize blockchain in the future, but it will not use crypto or offer NFT trading. Okay, so Battle Royale gaming titan Fortnite could utilize blockchain in the future. However, it won't feature crypto in the game. So, I'm almost like skeptical about this, guys, that Fortnite's not going to offer NFT trading. I'm sure once Tim Sweeney understands what this could do for Fortnite, I'm sure he'll change his mind. Fortnite and crypto collab is crazy. Never mind. Here's the thing. Could you imagine if these different skins are NFTs? Could you imagine once he realizes, and once these major gaming companies realize we could have these weapons and these cosmetics and these emotes as different NFTs, and they could be tradable via blockchain. So you can trade cosmetics, you can trade skins, you can trade all this stuff. You can just trade them with other people. You could buy different skins from other people. That would just be so sick. Okay, guys, let's do a little bit of charting. We kind of went through the news quickly, but before we hop into charting, guy, where's Crypto Nerd getting all of his news? This is all amazing news. Well, I get it from right here, guys. There's in the Crypto Nerd Discord, there's a news channel that posts news all the time, as soon as it comes out, bunch of articles a day. No one's allowed to click off during this, by the way. I see all of you. Give me a subscribe, by the way. I have all the news right in here. So feel free to join the Discord. You can have access to the news straight in here. You can also have access to daily market reports that'll tell you if the market's overvalued, undervalued, potentially good buying opportunity, potentially good selling opportunity. You can do stuff like /info, XLM, or whatever coin you want. And guys, you can research any coin just by typing /info then that coin. So you know what influencers are shilling you. You can immediately get access to this all that information. You can check the supply of any coin. I just use XLM because this explanation's so vastly long. And XLM gets a 59 out of 100. I just did /supply. So I quickly researched this. This was super easy. Now I can read this and I know what it does. I can see its score and I say, okay, its tokenomics are bad. Maybe I'm not going to buy this coin. But this is a super helpful resource, guys. There's so much more. So make sure you can do /ask and talk to the AI directly about your crypto stuff. Definitely check it out. Link is in the description. Let's do some charting. Yeah. So, like we talked about earlier, guys, and if you have altcoins, make sure to throw them down because we can look at your altcoins, find where they're going, good buying opportunities, all this stuff, guys. So, where's the market going now? And I know you guys typically don't like charting, but let's do it anyway because this is very important. You gotta, this is important. So, we talked about at the very beginning of the stream that Bitcoin is still showing, and I know this is super colorful. I know this is overwhelming, everyone. Just bear with me. I'll explain it. That's totally good. Bitcoin is still showing lower highs, lower lows. That's just the reality. I know all of your other crypto influencers, everyone else is telling you, I already know that everyone else is telling you that crypto is going to go straight up and crypto is going to do awesome. I've seen it. I've seen Twitter. I follow people on YouTube, and everyone else is telling you, buy now, buy now. But I'm going to be a skeptic here, and I'm going to say, like, there's something you have to see. You have to see a confirmed breakout from the downtrend, and we just have not seen that yet. Look at this, guys. And I'm going to, you know what? Why don't I clear a few of these colors off? I'll just take those away. And just pay attention to these candles. And if you're listening to this in the car, or you're not looking, you can't see the screen, don't worry. I'll explain this for you. I'm going to break it down really easy for you. When trading, when investing in anything, markets follow trends. So either they go up for a while or they go down for a while. And you want to see a trend that's going up. And when you see an uptrend, a trend that's going up, you can be confident that this is going to continue for a little while. And the best way to see that is by seeing, because, you know, it goes up and down. But if you make higher highs and when you go back down, the low is higher as well, then you know that you're in an uptrend. But look at this, everyone. Right now, we're making higher high, but then a lower low. And now a lower high and a lower low again. So everyone got really excited, in the last few days when crypto just absolutely soared, right? Crypto it touched like 54K and then it jumped to 65K. And everyone got super excited and everyone was saying, guys, this is totally, we're good now. The downtrend has been broken. We're going straight to 80K. We're going straight to 100K. But this is just totally not the case because here's why. And we said this last stream and we're going to reiterate it again because it played out exactly how like we thought it would, is that even at 65 or 66K or 68K, because it hit 68K, that's still a lower low. That is still a lower low. So that does not break out of the downtrend. We need to see two different things. We have to see either a higher high or a higher low, because then we see, okay, if it's not dipping as low and it's going higher every time again, we know that this uptrend is resuming. So I didn't expect to see a higher high because that pump would be absolutely ridiculous and it would be crazily overbought. But what we can see is a higher low, and that's what I expect to see here. So there's two things that can happen because we're on our way back down right now, right? You guys see the markets today. We're on our way back down. So the question is, where are we going? Where are we stopping? Where are we going to bounce from? We're going to bounce from this. By every single macro indicator, we're going to bounce from this. For sure. For sure. Not financial advice. I can't guarantee anything, but I can say that right now, every single macro indicator is saying that we will bounce from this. So how low is this dip going? And at what point, like when are we actually going to bounce and break the 71K level? That's the question that's on everyone's minds. So again, where are we going? There's two things that can happen right now. Either we're going to dip to, let's say, 60K. Let's say we bounce from 60K and then we start heading towards, 63K and we start heading towards 65K again. This is a sign that we have just made a higher low, right? If we can see something like that, because the previous low was 54K, on our way down, we just have to bounce from somewhere that is above 54K. Then we have set a higher low. We have this mini top right around here at 62K. So it's possible maybe we'll touch this 62K level, 63K level and bounce from here. But most likely we will drop a little bit further and bounce from 62K. If that doesn't happen, if we lose 60K, we are either going to 58K or we're going to 52K again. Now, the last thing that we want to see, we don't want to see the price of Bitcoin drop to 52K again, because that's another lower low. How likely is this to happen? In my opinion, very unlikely. I really don't expect that we are dipping under under this 54K again. I very much expect this roughly 60K, maybe a wick to 58K to be the bottom at this point. It's also totally likely that we maybe just dip down to 64K, 63K and just bounce from there. I do think 54K was the bottom at this point. I think with all this crazy election hype coming up and this Bitcoin conference right now, there's going to be so much euphoria in the news that this sentiment, this pro-Bitcoin sentiment will return. I think it's unlikely that we head to 52K, and I think we will make a higher low. I expect a higher low at around 60K, and then I expect us to continue towards, again, this 70K level and make higher highs until we break through it. So that is my prediction. We're going to go down a little bit. No, I don't want a notification. I expect to bounce at 60K, confirming the higher low, confirming this reverse head and shoulders pattern, right? Because this will be the head. These two peaks would be the shoulder. And we would continue to head probably after that. This is what I expect, guys. Very clear timeline. And of course, this is just a prediction, right? I don't have a crystal ball. But this is something that I would not be surprised to see. Coming down here, maybe bouncing from 62K, maybe 60K. Bounce, we set a higher high, right? We touch 69K. We come back down, bounce from 65K, and then we break through the top over here of this pennant. Because we're also making this pennant here. And we break through here. And once we break through here, I think we are breaking over this 71K barrier. And we drew out a fib extension. And the next Bitcoin price target is 83K. Okay, everyone, that is the Bitcoin analysis. Where I expect a bounce from 60K or 62K, but it can happen at any time. I do expect lower. I do expect the bottom is already in. I do expect higher lows and higher highs. Now, I want to open up the floor. I'm going to open it up to everyone. Guys, I know you have your altcoins that you're a huge fan of. Why don't we take a look at Ethereum, actually? And then in the meantime, go ahead and drop your altcoins and we could quickly take a look at that. This chart is a lot less crazy looking, obviously, because there's way less colors on it. Yeah, drop your altcoins. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and end it right after Ethereum. Okay, so you guys have seen these wild candles from Ethereum these last couple days, right? Very wild candles. So what's going on with Ethereum? Because like we talked about early in the show, good morning, everyone. Make sure to subscribe so you can give me a laughing Luffy at the top right. Ethereum is since these ETFs have started trading, we have to expect a lot of volatility. There's going to be a lot of buying and selling and this repricing. There's going to be a ton of people selling the news. A ton of people bought when they heard rumors of the Ethereum ETFs coming out, which would inflate its price. And now that this event has happened, people are selling the news. This is a common crypto thing. And at the same time, while we're getting all of this big sell the news event, same thing happened with Bitcoin. Do you remember when Bitcoin ETFs came out? You remember when Bitcoin ETFs first came out? Bitcoin crashed. It went from 50K to 40K. Big dip. It lost 20% all of a sudden, like really, really quickly, which is super weird. Bitcoin ETFs came out. Why would it crash? Selling the news. Repricing of the asset because there's fundamental differences. The markets are fundamentally different. That's exactly what we're seeing with Ethereum. Big crash. But you guys remember, after this big Bitcoin crash from 50K to 40K, we had this crazy Bitcoin rally from 40K to 70K. You guys remember that? This is the same thing, guys. Check this out. You remember, right? We're having right now this mini Ethereum crash. In fact, it's decoupled from altcoins. Ethereum is doing worse than many altcoins. That's how volatile Ethereum is right now. HBAR, thoughts on... Yeah. Well, we'll take a look at HBAR. And then we're going to end it right after this. We're seeing this crazy volatility, and we will continue to see this volatility for the next couple weeks. There was about a 2-week period when Bitcoin was super volatile, and then it pumped, and this is exactly what I expect from Ethereum. Where is Ethereum going? I would not be surprised at all if it came back down and it tested this this range right here, I'm going to draw a rectangle for you guys, like anywhere in this range, really. And I know this is a big range. This is like a $150 range. I would not be surprised at all if it came and tested this range. Maybe more specifically 3,100 and it bounced from there. But I would not be surprised if it tested this range at all. Lots of volatility. I'm not bearish on Ethereum. This is a repricing as there's fundamental market changes for Ethereum in the altcoin market. And buyers and sellers are trying to kind of reprice this, and we're getting sell the news. So that's what's going on with Ethereum. Probably a bounce at 3,100, and I absolutely expect a strong pump. People were saying there'd be nothing about Ethereum that anyone likes. There would be, there would be not as much demand as there were for the Bitcoin ETFs, but we talked about earlier how there's 23% of all the hype for the Bitcoin ETFs. We're getting 23% of the volume. So that is much better than anyone expected. Let's talk about HBAR for a second, and then we'll end it there unless there's other altcoins. Now, I'm going to be fully transparent with you. I am not a fan of HBAR at all because I know BlackRock. Well, first of all, the very first thing I see is this insanely huge wick. This is a shooting star wick, right? When you see something like this, where it suddenly spikes up and then comes back down, that's called a shooting star. And this is typically a bearish sign. This is typically not a good sign that you want to see. Additionally, HBAR has, so let's take a look at its price. And then why don't we take a look at its tokenomics as well? So this is HBAR that we're looking at. Right now, we are at this critical support level. I mean, the thing that I hate seeing a coin that does really, really well, and then it loses so much, right? HBAR is down 65% right now. It's nearly lost everything that it's gained since the start of the market, since the start of the bull market, right? It gained over here, had this like huge pump, and it's lost basically all of it. And you know, it's a sign that there's not that much strength in this coin, unfortunately. I know BlackRock is super bullish on this coin, and BlackRock wants to build on it, but let's quickly take a look at the supply tokenomics. So we could do this really easily. Let's just type /supply HBAR. And we could take a look at this really quickly. HBAR, okay, so they're okay. HBAR has a 72 out of 100 score. Hedera has okay tokenomics. Could be better, but is not bad by any means. You know, okay, so that's okay. I guess you can't really complain about that. I know. Let's take a look at the HBAR website. HBAR Foundation, and I remember looking at this website, and then there were things I didn't like about this website. The HBAR Foundation, check this out, guys. Grants given 225, right? Funds allocated 408 million. Who is getting these grants? You know, so right now I'm seeing that they're paying people to build on HBAR. Right now, that's what's happening. They're paying people to build on HBAR. Let's see, who's in charge of this foundation? Who's in charge? Who's building this? Are there any faces? Can I see who's building on this? Okay, I don't see anyone. I don't see anything about the team. About, maybe? Is this the about already? Working with entrepreneurs, HBAR Foundation. Who is this HBAR Foundation? Why Hedera? How does governance work? Yeah. Okay, guys, check this out. Hedera, HBAR. Network governance is the responsibility of the Hedera Governing Council. This council consists of up to 39 term-limited and highly diversified organizations and enterprises, reflecting up to 11 unique sectors, academia, and nonprofits globally. Council members are committed to governing software changes while bringing stability and continuous translation in the public network. Guys, so this is completely owned by companies. This is some closed council of organizations. So this consensus mechanism, it's not public. No one can join this network. It's just it's totally centralized. That's the problem. It's owned by just a few companies. BlackRock is rich. They can afford to just pay people to build on them. I'm just not a fan of this project. This is just a completely, sure, it helps with tokenization, but it's totally centralized. It's centralized. They're dumping out lots of money. I don't know who's building on it. Let's take a look at this ecosystem. I don't even know who's building on this. What companies are part of this? I mean, I don't see anything. I mean, I know, what's their scanner called? Like Dragon Scan? Is that HBAR? Dragon Scan, something like that. Dragon Glass. Yeah, it's Dragon Glass. Let's take a look at their metrics, guys. Transactions. I'm sorry, does this say 136 million Oh, that's total transactions. Okay, that made me think transactions per second. What are their transactions per second? Transaction services. What is this? 100% of their transaction service types. What is this? HCS? Transaction service, excluding HCS. So they have different types of transactions. I'm guessing this is some kind of ping transaction. So it's not an authentic transaction. It's just like, oh, they're pinging their nodes that they own themselves. So I'm not even convinced that these are actual transactions. Here we go. So they actually have, excluding HCS, 160,000 crypto transactions in the last day. I mean, that's not terrible. But the vast majority of their transactions are totally BS. I mean, is this not concerning? They have this HCS where they're just likely pinging their own systems. Token file contract. I mean, look at this. Like, this is just NFT transfers. 49,000 in one day. Guys, who is building on this? I see these crazy numbers. 136 million. NFTs minted in this. Okay, here we go. Here's a legit number, thankfully. 700 NFTs minted in the last day. What about the last week? 4,000. I mean, no. This is nothing. 4,000 NFTs in a week. This is supposed to be like a global decentralized tokenization platform. There's 4,000 NFTs. No one's using this. They have inflated transaction numbers with these. They separate into different types of transactions. Only a tiny fraction of our actual crypto transactions. I'm just not a fan of this. It's just centralized and inflated. Okay, and its price action is kind of reflecting that as well. I hope that was sufficient. Sorry, that felt like that was really critical. Okay, everyone. Guys, make sure, I'm going to end it here because I have to run this second. Guys, make sure to subscribe. You make sure to turn notices on so you stay tuned and you can join for the next live stream. Suggest more altcoins. We'll take a look at it in depth. Make sure you join the Discord in the description. You have access to immediate news, latest info. Anytime I post something, you get it right away. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Really appreciate you being here, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.